Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're stepping into a part of our homes we associate with comfort, nourishment, and delicious aromas, the kitchen. But what if I told you that this heart of the home could also be harboring some unseen dangers? Mounting research is revealing a rather unsettling truth. Many of our everyday kitchen appliances and surfaces, the very tools we rely on, might actually be contributing to making us incredibly sick. From the countertops where we chop our vegetables and the sinks where we wash our hands, to the refrigerators keeping our food fresh and the microwaves heating our leftovers, scientists are uncovering some disturbing connections. Let's dive into the dishwasher. It's a fantastic time saver, but there's a potential dark side. Recent findings suggest plastic items in dishwashers release microplastics. These microplastics may impact our brain health. Scientists warn hot water and detergents degrade plastics. This releases tiny particles, contaminating other items. The idea is unsettling. Let's talk about gas stoves. Many cooks love them for their precise control and instant heat, but the flame releases substances that could harm our respiratory health. Combustion byproducts like nitrogen dioxide can fill our kitchen air. These particles can be inhaled deeply into our lungs. They can lodge in our lungs, causing respiratory issues. There's a link between gas stove emissions and asthma in children. Use an exhaust fan to reduce these pollutants. Let's move on to something we use every single day, our cookware. Those trusty pots and pans are essential for preparing our meals. But have you ever stopped to think about what they're made of, and if those materials could be leaching into your food? Scientists have been sounding the alarm for years about the dangers of a group of man-made chemicals called perfluoroalkyl and polyfluoroalkyl substances, or PFAS for short. The problem arises when cookware with these PFAS coatings gets scratched, damaged, or overheated. Thankfully, there are safer cookware options available, like cast iron, stainless steel, glass, and ceramic cookware, as long as it's certified free of lead and cadmium. Now let's consider the surfaces where so much of our food preparation happens, our kitchen countertops. Whether they're granite, laminate, wood, or quartz, these surfaces see a lot of action. But because of this constant contact with various food items and our hands, kitchen counters can easily become a smorgasbord of harmful pathogens, especially if our cleaning habits aren't up to par, or if cross-contamination occurs. Cross-contamination is a major villain in the kitchen. Imagine you're preparing chicken on your countertop. Juices from the raw chicken, which can contain bacteria like Salmonella or Campylobacter, can easily transfer to the surface. If you then prepare a salad on that same uncleaned spot, those harmful bacteria can transfer to the food you're about to eat without cooking. It's crucial to clean and sanitize your countertops regularly, especially after preparing raw meat, poultry, or fish. We've just talked about keeping countertops clean, but what about the tool many of us use for that very task? The kitchen sponge. It might seem counterintuitive, but the humble sponge, designed for cleaning, can ironically be one of the most dangerous hiding places for germs in your entire kitchen. The reason sponges become such havens for bacteria is their very structure and how we use them. Sponges are porous, full of tiny nooks and crannies, and they are almost always damp or wet. This combination of moisture, trapped food particles from wiping up spills and cleaning dishes, and a warm kitchen environment creates the absolute perfect breeding ground for microorganisms. Regularly sanitizing your sponge is crucial. Some people microwave damp sponges for a minute or two, run them through a hot cycle in the dishwasher, or soak them in a diluted bleach solution. The kitchen sink is often overlooked when we think about hygiene. It's where we wash, rinse, thaw, and clean. This makes it a trap for harmful pathogens. The basin, faucet handles, and drain can harbor bacteria. We often touch these surfaces and then handle food. Clean and disinfect your sink regularly. This includes the basin, faucets, and handles. Don't forget the drain and accessories. A clean sink is key to a safe kitchen. Now let's talk about cutting boards. These are indispensable tools in any kitchen, used for everything from chopping vegetables for a salad to slicing raw meat for dinner. However, because of their direct contact with a wide variety of foods, cutting boards can be filled with harmful bacteria and are perhaps one of the riskiest kitchen utensils when it comes to the potential for contracting infections if not handled and cleaned properly. The main concern here, as with countertops, is cross-contamination. The best practice to minimize risk is to use separate cutting boards for different types of food. For instance, have one designated solely for raw meat, poultry, and seafood, and another for ready-to-eat foods like fruits, vegetables, and bread. Color-coded boards can help with this. Vigilance with cutting board hygiene is a simple yet powerful way to protect your health. Our refrigerators are the guardians of our perishable foods, working tirelessly to keep them fresh and slow down the growth of spoilage microorganisms. However, if your refrigerator isn't maintained at the correct temperature, it could inadvertently become a breeding ground for dangerous pathogens, potentially contributing to foodborne illness rather than preventing it. The ideal temperature for your refrigerator should be at or below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and your freezer should be at 0 degrees. These temperatures are set because they significantly slow down or stop the growth of most harmful bacteria, like Listeria monocytogenes and Salmonella. Invest in a refrigerator thermometer to monitor the internal temperature accurately and regularly. Ensure there's good air circulation inside by not overpacking it, allowing cold air to move freely and keep all areas consistently cool. Proper refrigerator maintenance and temperature control are vital steps in preventing your fridge from becoming an incubator for disease. Microwaves. They're the epitome of kitchen convenience, aren't they? Perfect for reheating leftovers in minutes, defrosting food quickly, or making a speedy snack. But how often do we think about cleaning the inside of our microwave? If not cleaned properly and regularly, these handy appliances can harbor bacteria as food splatters and spills, create an ideal environment for microbial growth, potentially contaminating the very food we're trying to heat. Think about what happens inside a microwave. Food, especially liquids or items with high moisture content, can easily splatter during the heating process. If these splatters aren't cleaned up promptly, they dry and stick, providing a nutrient-rich food source for bacteria and other microorganisms to thrive. Regular cleaning of your microwave is not just about aesthetics, it's a matter of food safety. Wipe down spills and splatters immediately after they happen, or at least once a day if you use it frequently. Now, this next one might seem a bit out of place when we're talking about kitchen dangers, but many homes have laundry machines located in or very near the kitchen area. Even if yours isn't, the clothes we wear in the kitchen, like aprons or our everyday attire, go through these machines. Surprisingly, laundry machines themselves can contribute to health risks, including potential cancer risk, by dispersing chemical residues from detergents, solvents from dry-cleaned clothes that might be washed, or microplastics into the clothes we wear. Many conventional laundry detergents contain a cocktail of chemicals, including fragrances, dyes, surfactants, and optical brighteners. Some of these ingredients can be irritants or allergens. More worryingly, certain detergents may contain compounds that are suspected or known carcinogens, such as 1,4-dioxane or formaldehyde. Opt for fragrance-free, dye-free detergents, and look for brands that are transparent about their ingredients and avoid harsh chemicals. These small changes can contribute to a healthier laundry routine and reduce our chemical burden. Finally, let's address the humble household garbage can, especially the one in or near your kitchen where food waste often ends up. While it's an essential item for waste disposal, it can also become a breeding ground for various bacteria and molds if not managed properly. One particularly serious, though rare, risk associated with improperly handled food waste is botulism, caused by spores of the bacterium Clostridium botulinum. The primary risk of botulism from household garbage isn't typically from direct contact with the trash itself, but rather from the improper disposal of food items that could harbor the toxin. To minimize any potential risk, ensure you dispose of food waste promptly, especially high-risk items like spoiled meats or improperly canned goods. Regularly clean and disinfect your garbage can to prevent the buildup of bacteria and mold. Wow, that was a lot of information to take in, and I know some of it might sound pretty alarming. The main takeaway here isn't to become afraid of your kitchen, but rather to become more aware. By understanding these potential hidden dangers, from microplastics in our dishwashers to bacteria on our countertops and chemicals from various sources, we empower ourselves to make small but significant changes. The goal is to cultivate a kitchen environment that truly supports our well-being. Every little step can contribute to a safer, healthier home for you and your loved ones. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll